Hey guys, we're going to review genetic Punnett squares today, okay? Hope your summer's going good. This is the second video of review. Alright, vocabulary review. Some of the words that we're going to go over is heredity is information that's passed down from parents. Incomplete dominance, alleles are both dominant that blend from the offspring. Allele, which we know is two versions of the trait. You got one from mom and one from dad. Phenotype, the physical appearance of a trait. Genotype, of course we know that's the specific combinations. Those are the letters. The dominant, it's always the uppercase letter. That's one that always goes over the other one. Recessive, those are the ones that are hidden. Okay, those is always the lower top letter. Of course, Gregor Mendel, he was the father of the genetics. He's the one that we talked about who bred the pea plants, and he's the one remember we talked about the guru of the genetics, okay? Homozygous dominant, those are the two dominant genes. Remember, those are your two big letters, okay? When we're doing the Punnett squares. And you can see where I've got the two big T's there beside the definition. Heterozygous, those are your two different genes. That's your big letter and your small letter, okay? That can also be called a hybrid. The law of segregation is Mendel's law that states that the genes separate during the gamete production. That's also in your meiosis. There's another teacher that's doing a video on that, so we're not going to get into that a whole lot. Law of independent assortment, that's the Mendel's law that states that the genes are going to combine with other genes during fertilization. Sex-linked traits, that's when the gene is carried on the sex chromosomes, such as the X one and the Y one. That's where we talked about the color blindness, we talked about baldness, we talked about the disorders that you can have from that. That's where the sex-linked traits come in. Co-dominant, that's where the alleles that are both dominant are both same, okay? Homozygous recessive, those are where your genes in the genotype can be referred to as a purebred. That's your two little letters, okay? All right, now, the Punnett square is actually what we're going to concentrate on in this video today. It's, remember, it's your square, and we put moms and dads on it, and how we figure out what the percentage is for the kids, your trait crosses, okay? All right, heterozygous is different, your big letter and your little letter. Homozygous means same. Big T, little letters. All right. If we did the big T, is that heterozygous or homozygous? Okay, that's going to be homozygous. Big B, little b, that's going to be heterozygous. Little a, that's going to be homozygous. Genotype here is when we have the same letters. The letters, example, big B, big B, little b, little b. Phenotype is the physical appearance. That's like our brown hair, our tall, our short, okay? If I ask you to give me the genotype or the phenotype for purebred, what would you give me? That would be phenotype. If it was that SS, is that a genotype or a phenotype? That's going to be a genotype. What about blue eyes? That's a phenotype. Big B, little b. Right, that's a genotype. All right, now, if we had this Punnett square, and we've got a homozygous father, which is a big H, and we know that because the word homo means same, and he has brown eyes, and a homozygous mother has blue eyes, what is the probability that children are going to have brown eyes? So we set up our Punnett square, and remember, the ones on the top come straight down, and the ones on the side come straight across. So we fill in our Punnett square. All right, now, we've got, what kids are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, each square is 25%. So we've got a 25, 50, 75, 100. So if we look back, brown eyes, we have 100% chance that these kids have brown eyes. Okay? So 25, 50, 75, 100. All of these offspring are going to have brown eyes. Okay? So this next sheet is one that I'm sending home with you to do. And it's where you're going to practice, if you'll remember the sheets here. These are the ones that you're going to practice doing your Punnett squares on. I'm sending this home with you, okay? And I'm going to go over a couple, number 2 and number 3 with you, how to do it. And then you're going to practice this sheet at home, okay? Now, look at number 2. Number 1 is simply answering some questions from the vocab words, okay? You're going to look those and remember those and answer those. Number 2 says, classify each of the following gene pairs as heterozygous, which is different, and homozygous, which is the same. You're going to write HE in the blank, or you're going to write HO in the blank, okay? So, big T, big T. Is that an HE or an HO? Right, they're the same, so that's an HO. All right? Big B, little b. Is that the same or is that different? Right, that's HE because that's heterozygous. Okay? Little d, little d. That's also HO. Okay? Big F, little f. Those are different, so that's heterozygous. Big R, little r. Those are different, so that's heterozygous. All right, number 3. Give the possible genotypes for each trait based on the information provided in the chart. Okay, here's the chart that it's talking about. You got your characteristics, you got your dominant, your recessive. Okay? All right. If it wants purebred square pants, remember what purebred is, okay? What are we going to find that is? All right, square pants is S. So to get purebred, it's going to be big S, or little s. See, all of this number 3 right here, you have to look at this chart to figure it out. All right, hybrid round eyes. So we need to find round, which is right here. I-shaped round, which is big R. To get hybrid, it's 2 different. So it would be big R, little r there. You've got to use your chart to fill in these here. Heterozygous square pants. We automatically know with the word heterozygous, it's different. We're going to use 2 different here because of the word heterozygous. Heterozygous square pants. All right, we go to square pants here. that's an S. So we automatically know that this length is going to be a big S, little s. Okay? All right, blue body. We're coming up, we're finding blue body. All right, that's a little y. So that's a little y, little y. Purebred brown pants. Brown is big R, so it's a big R, big R. Homozygous yellow body. We automatically know because of that word homozygous that it's same. Those letters are going to be the same. So we need to find yellow body, which is big Y. It'll be big Y, big Y. Okay? So take your time, use your charts, fill out the rest of this here. Remember, we did this in class already. So we did the same sheet. So y'all review, take your time filling this out, and I'll have the answers posted on the end of the video, okay? So take your time, do this, and have a great summer.